Have a seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. Did you understand what I just said?
Can we agree to disagree on a legally?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here.
So you're saying that I have to say the words "I understand"?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that.
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going.
Today's case features one of the most difficult and disruptive sovereign citizens we've seen in quite some time. From the very beginning, this defendant challenges Judge Simpson at every turn, pushing boundaries and testing the court's patience. It doesn't take long before the entire hearing feels like it's teetering on the edge of a contempt charge. What unfolds is less like a normal proceeding and more like watching someone deliberately provoke the system, as if trying to see how far they can go before serious consequences land. The tension rises quickly, and Judge Simpson, known for a steady hand in the courtroom, is forced to address each outburst with firmness. Viewers who have followed past cases will recognize the familiar pattern: grand claims about false laws, a refusal to follow basic procedure, and a growing sense that the defendant is more interested in performance than resolution. It makes for a dramatic exchange, but also a reminder of how quickly disorder can shift a case from routine to explosive. As you watch this unfold, share your thoughts in the comments. On a scale from 1 to 10, how disruptive do you think this defendant's behavior truly was? Let's step into the courtroom and see how it all plays out.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
State your name.
My name is Daniel McGrew, for the record, Your Honor.
You're going to represent yourself in this matter, sir?
Yes, sir.
I do have to advise you that in this case, you are charged with the offense of assaulting, resisting, or obstructing a police officer. That is a high court misdemeanor felony, punishable by up to 2 years and/or a $2,000 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
I understand your charge.
You understand also that there is great peril in one representing themselves. You understand that, sir?
I'm not afraid, Your Honor.
Did you understand what I just said? That there is great peril in representing oneself.
I comprehend what you're saying, Your Honor.
Tell you what. Either you're going to answer my questions and you're going to answer them properly, or we're going to have a long time and I'm not going to have these people wait. So while you decide how you're going to handle this, I'm going to have you have a seat. I'm going to pass your case. You will come back up and you will learn how to operate within this court. Plain and simple. Have a seat. Have a seat. And you might want to wipe that smirk off your face while you're doing it. State your name.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. My name is Daniel McGrew.
I have stated the admonishments that I was giving to the defendant representing himself. I apprised him of the maximum penalties and the charges. Apprised him, and sir, I'll ask you the question again. You understand that there can be great peril in representing yourself?
I fully recognize and acknowledge the seriousness of the charges, with allegations of
Not my question. You understand that there can be serious peril in representing yourself?
I recognize what you're saying, Your Honor. I'm fully prepared to proceed with this matter.
Will you just do me a favor and answer my question? Do you understand that there is great peril in representing oneself?
I recognize that.
Okay, let's stop there. You recognize.
Recognize.
Do you understand that that in any of the proceedings that the court would hold you to the same standards as if you were a practicing attorney, will give no leeway one way or the other, will show no favoritism or no bias because you are representing yourself? You understand that, sir?
I recognize what you're saying, Your Honor.
You know what? I don't know why you just won't understand. I'm asking you, and I need a direct answer, whether you understand what I am saying, not whether or not you're recognizing the words. Do you understand what I am saying?
I overstand what you're saying.
Not gonna lie, I've got to give it to this guy. That line was actually kind of funny. Yeah, he's got the brain power of a tortoise on NyQuil. But credit where it's due. I laughed. Here's the problem though. This clown is wasting serious court time. And if you've ever sat through a hearing, you know the clock is always ticking. Judges, clerks, attorneys, they don't work for free. Every second this guy spends turning the courtroom into open mic night, his money burned straight into the ground. And let's be real, obstruction of justice isn't some light slap on the wrist. You can't just play dodgeball with the legal system and expect it to end in a punchline. At some point, those jokes stop being funny and start being evidence. So what do you guys think? Is this just dumb comedy from a guy who doesn't know better, or is he digging himself into something way deeper than he realizes? Let's dive back in.
You want to be,
Your Honor.
You have a seat.
I'm not.
Have a seat.
Your Honor, I haven't had.
Have a seat. You can play games with me all day. I got all day. I got all day. Have a seat. The other one's in custody. I realize we are now at least caught up within an hour. I think those that want to go probably want me to take a break about now. So I'm going to take about a 5 to 10 minute break. I'll come back out and then I'll call the case. The court's going to stand in recess.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Daniel Magoo, here in Dewey Juris.
All right. So on this matter, I was apprised of your rights. I told you about the charges in this case. We get to the point of understanding that there is a certain peril in representing.
Listen, sorry. My notes, I apologize, Your Honor. I meant no disrespect.
There's no way this dude just straight up walked off while the judge was talking. Like, hello? This isn't your living room, it's a courtroom. The audacity is unreal. Honestly, I'm shocked Judge Simpson didn't drop a contempt order on the spot, because if you ignore a judge like that, you're basically begging for a jail upgrade. And then we've got Mr. Bagoo. I mean, come on, Mio? That sounds less like a defendant and more like the guy who trips on flat ground, spills his coffee, and files a lawsuit against gravity. But here's the kicker. Bringing that same oopsie-daisy energy into court doesn't make you funny, it makes you the main character in the holding cell. Alright, let's roll the tape and see just how far this guy thinks his attitude can carry him. Spoiler, it's probably not far.
And that the court will treat you the same as an attorney in the case. You understand, sir? Listen closely to my question. Do you understand that?
I do not understand.
You do not understand it.
No.
The court, you will be presumed to know the rules of procedure as well as the Michigan rules of evidence, that the court will not be giving you assistance in regard to this case.
What I'm trying to say, Your Honor, is I do not understand the charges that are pitting against me because they violate a lot of my rights. And the prosecutor served me the discovery packet on the 27th of last month. Since then, I have not received any kind of evidence or any kind of claims that I violated any kind of anything that day. So I'm here waiting for that to occur. So no, I don't understand.
Waiting for what to occur?
Well, under the rights to due process, Your Honor, 4th, 5th, 8th Amendment, there has to be substantiated amount of evidence to accuse me of a crime, like assault on a police officer, obstruction of justice, and resisting arrest. I take these charges very serious, Your Honor. Because of these charges, I have lost custody of my son, and I want to make sure that these justice is served and equity is ensured here.
Sir, I just asked you before whether or not you understood the charges.
And I answered you, Your Honor. I said I do not understand them.
Whether or not you disagree with them or not, is not the issue. The issue is do you understand what you are charged with?
I do not understand, Your Honor.
Is there a reason other than what you said that you do not understand?
I can elaborate a little further, Your Honor. I'm still
I
waiting.
wish you wouldn't. I just need to understand why you don't understand.
I'm trying to get there, Your Honor, if we could talk
I'm
about it.
not asking you whether or not you agree that you should be charged. I'm not asking whether or not you believe that you did it. I'm not asking any of that. I'm asking whether or not you understand what you are charged with.
Can we agree to disagree on the legalese?
We are not going to agree to anything. This is not your game to play here. You play by my rules.
So you're saying that I have to say the words, I understand?
Sir, I'm not saying that you have to say anything.
Okay.
You know what? Here's the thing. I am not going to play this game with you.
I'm not.
So what? No, you are playing a
I'm
game.
not.
So no, you are. And do not interrupt me ever again. Do not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a week to think about it, because I'm not going to sit here, call your case up 4 or 5 times for you to sit here and to go through this whole, try to play some semantical game. So I will adjourn this out to December 12th, 2024. I will adjourn it to 9 a.m. or I will. Do not interrupt me.
I can object to
Do
that.
not interrupt. Do not. One more time. You're going.
This guy has officially crossed the line from amusing to flat out annoying. Sure, Mio the buffoon gave us a laugh in the beginning, but the joke's old now. And honestly, I'm just waiting for Judge Simpson to drop the hammer and hand him the 30 days he's practically begging for. People like this are the reason cases drag on forever. They waste the court's time, burn through taxpayer money, and hold up everyone else who just wants to move forward. At some point, enough is enough. Judges need to stop with the babysitting routine and start dropping contempt charges on sight. No warnings, no negotiating, straight to jail. And for Mio? Perfect candidate. Court isn't a comedy stage, and if you want to act like a clown, you can juggle from the holding cell. What do you guys think? Was Judge Simpson way too patient here, or should this circus have ended the second Mio opened his mouth?
I've given you fair warning. I'm adjourning the proceeding out. If you are objecting to that, objections noted. It's still adjourned out to the 12th. Bond will continue. You
Your
may
Honor,
leave now.
I have constitutional.
You may
violation.
leave now.
Let's go. Let's go.
I have a right to
You
a
may
counsel.
leave.
Do I not have a right to a counsel?
You want an attorney? You may get want an attorney, sir?
I need somebody to explain the problem here.
Do you wish to be represented by an attorney? On this?
I do not need to represent myself. I'm presenting myself. I'm the only one that was there in this courtroom. No one was there. I don't recall anybody that was there that day. I'm the only one that knows what happened, Your Honor.
Do you wish
and I was
to be
violated.
represented by an attorney? I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. If you wish to be represented by an attorney,
Your Honor, I have constitutional violations
do
that
you
need to
wish to be represented by an attorney, sir?
take an oath to defend the Constitution of the United States of
Then,
America.
if you do not want to answer my question, Mr. Allen, he is to be removed from my courtroom.
The second Judge Simpson hit him with the Mr. Allen. You just knew the fun was over. That's the courtroom equivalent of your mom dropping the full government name. Translation. You're done. But here's the twist. This clown walked out without so much as a contempt charge. No holding cell, no time behind bars, just a stern lecture and a free pass. Honestly, that's a massive win for him, because I've seen Judge Simpson throw people in jail for way less. The fact that Mio the buffoon managed to push the judge's buttons that hard and still skate by is insane. Either Simpson was in a generous mood that day, or Mio's rocking some kind of courtroom plot armor. And let's be real, this hearing also explains a lot about why he doesn't have custody of his kids anymore. He tried blaming it on this case, but come on. Family court doesn't strip custody because of a single hearing. They look at stability, judgment, and actual adult responsibility. And none of those words apply to Mio. If you can't handle standing in front of a judge without acting like a stand-up reject, how are you supposed to raise a child? I'm pretty sure the family court judge took one look at him, heard him speak, and thought, yeah, hard pass. Anyway, that's the wrap on this chaotic gem. It's an older clip, but it's too good not to revisit. So, what do you think? Was Judge Simpson too soft here? Or did the verbal smackdown do the trick? Drop your takes in the comments. I love going through them. And hey, don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you want more courtroom chaos. I post new ones every day. Appreciate you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.